Welcome to the Pint Perspective. So we're going to do a little fun episode today.
Well, so Cinco de Mayo.
Yes, yep.
This sounds like a great reason to have a beer.
I couldn't agree with you anymore.
So what do we have here in front of us?
We picked four, I would say probably pretty common beers.
Yeah, probably the most readily available Mexican beers here in the States.
Yeah.
So we have Modelo, which at one time was the most popular beer in the U.S.
Right.
Dos Equis, which by the way means two X's. Corona Extra, and then Pacifico.
Which I have never had Pacifico. Dos Equis is my personal favorite. So the exciting part about this is we have those four beers mixed up in front of us. We don't know what they are. We don't know what order they're in, and we're going to do just a little
sampling,
mix-up sampling. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fun stuff.
So let me clear my palate with a big swig of Miller Lights.
Yeah, I think that's pretty appropriate. So, B-Rye, out of these four we have in front of us, is there any of those that are your personal favorite Mexican beer?
I generally would reach for a Corona, but flavor-wise, I prefer the Pacifico.
And I would like to say, too, we are doing these all without limes. Or initially,
yeah.
To do our little sampling here without a lime, maybe just because that'll give it that raw original flavor that it's supposed to have. So,
and we did try to get them all in cans because sometimes, I know for Corona it comes in a clear bottle. I think Modelo does too. And UV rays can affect the taste of beer.
Right.
So, unfortunately, Dos Equis was not available in a tall boy.
It was not. And another thing, too, the tall boys, they're nice because for something like this where we sample them and are doing a little sampling rating thing, it's easier to use a tall boy to pour them into these glasses than buying a 6 or 12 pack of 4 different beers and having to go through them that way.
Well, it's a little more cost effective for sure.
And so ours are both in different orders.
Yeah.
So my 1, 2, 3, 4 are in a different order than his 1, 2, 3, 4. We're gonna rank them, give you guys our reviews on them, and see which one we like the best because it may not be what we think.
Yeah, wouldn't that be interesting?
Absolutely.
Just by general appearance, of the 4 of them, my number 3 and I think your number 3 look to be a little bit darker
than the rest. Yep.
Yeah, so I'm curious which one that is.
And the other 3 have a very similar appearance.
They do,
color, very lightish color to them. They all got some bubble action, which generally is a good sign.
Number 2 for me, and it looks like maybe it's number 1 for you. Has less bubble, but we did open them a couple minutes ago, so some of that may have dissipated, but we'll see.
Well, I'm excited. So. Happy Cinco de Mayo tribute here. Let's start off with number 1 in the list.
Cheers.
Cheers. Okay.
Not bad.
Not bad. And I will point out, for those who have watched some of our previous episodes, we've done rankings before with our Beer Madness bracket. And what I've learned from doing that is what you think you know when it comes to the beers you like. When you can't see the label when you're drinking that, it completely throws you out. It literally feels like you're blindfolded.
Yeah, because your mind will play a trick on you.
It will. And what you think you might know generally can let you down pretty quick.
Yeah. Well, I will say for my number 1, it's sort of had a very lightly citrusy flavor on the back end of it.
Yeah, this one is definitely a lighter taste to it, and you get that flavor kind of in the back. It's not bad. And
well, mine certainly puts me in the mind of a Mexican lager.
mm-hmm.
By the way, there are many, many, many different types of Mexican lagers, but these were the ones that we found in Tall Boys.
Yeah, there are a plethora of options, and I feel like these are pretty good for common ones. Maybe you might find a little bit quicker on draft somewhere. Just ones I think the general audience would probably be more familiar with.
Sure.
And very good choices.
Well, I'm going to put a little sample into number 2.
Got to keep up on the notes here. Very important.
That's very similar flavor to number 1. It does have a little more of a metallic taste to it. It's interesting.
Yeah, 2.
By the way, your 2 is not necessarily what my 2 is. Wouldn't that be curious if it was, though?
It would be. Man, 2 is really not bad.
I think I'm preferring the first one, though.
And another thing that which I've already failed at doing this so far, it's kind of nice. Maybe it's cheating. I don't know, but when you drink your first one and it's gone, and then you go to your second one, you kind of want to go back to that first one to kind of get a reminder. But so maybe leave a little. But maybe that's cheating. I don't know.
Think so.
Because I want to go back to compare these two. You know what I mean? So yeah, but so far I haven't really been too disappointed.
I'm gonna dive right into number 3, which I thought was a little bit darker.
That perhaps could be our the one that's similar for us.
I like the flavor of number 3 more than number 2. Trying to decipher that flavor in that.
So far, in my first 2, I haven't been like completely disappointed. I mean,
no, I would,
and that's the hard part about this. I mean, that's what makes going to a brewery to have a flight good, because generally you're not familiar with any of those. So you get that first little sample of it and you're like, okay. And
or you spit it across the bar.
Or, yeah. And
the bartender always loves that, by the way.
Of course. Yeah, and you try a beer, you're at your buddies and they say, here's this beer, and you try it and you're like, well, I don't really like that, but you're looking at the can, you know what it is. Maybe knowing what it is could have an effect on what you think of it, but going in blind really is difficult. I will say, if you've never, the audience, if you've never done this beer tasting blind, it is very, very difficult.
Okay. I'm going to move on to number 4.
I'm going to get into my number 3 here, which is the one that I think we thought was
I'm
very
curious
similar.
what your thought, because I feel like those 2 are probably the same.
Here we go.
So let's just imagine for a moment we're on a sunny beach in Mexico.
Yes.
And we're just watching the water, having a Mexican lager. Man, that'd be amazing.
It would be, and you'd think, being we are into May here, that the weather would be a little bit more
cooperative.
Yeah, lay outside, maybe have some beer and listen to music. But to be honest with you, maybe going from your house to your car or whatever might be okay to just have a t-shirt on. But it's still a little chilly out for May.
Yeah, 60 degrees out. But I'm telling you, when I got up this morning and I went outside to see the sunshine, it's just so nice. It's very appropriate for Cinco de Mayo beer day.
I agree. Thoughts on your number 4?
I like it. I'm whittling this down. I think I'm down to number 1 and number 4 as my favorites.
You know, so far, what I have noticed is
This definitely has. Number 4 has more of a there's a grain taste to it.
I've definitely 1 and 2 are very similar to me. I got to 3, which we said was the darker one.
Mm-hmm.
It definitely has a darker flavor, I would say, than the first 2 so far. You can definitely tell a little mix up.
All right, I'm gonna go back to number 1.
Oh, you did the smart thing.
Yeah.
Ah.
If you would like me to, I can.
No. That's okay.
Yeah.
I know I talked about that a second ago. I was like, well, it'd be nice if I had some left over in my glass so I could compare them. I was been downing them this whole time. Shame on me.
Well, good news. I think we have more. Yeah. And on the second go around, I think we did put a little bit of lime flavor to it all.
Yeah, I want to see how much that changes maybe our opinions on the beer. And I would like to point out just a little. I love Pacifico's can.
It's beautiful, isn't it?
It really reminds me of a mango cart, probably just because the yellow and the cool detail on the can. I appreciate a beer that can decorate their can a little bit.
By the way, do you know what Pacifico means?
My mind just saying the Pacific.
Yeah, but and I believe it's on the west coast of Mexico where that's made. But Pacifico means peaceful.
Ah, okay. We all learn something every day. Everybody.
Do you know what Corona means?
Corona means crown.
You're right.
You know how I knew that?
Because of the virus?
No, there's a crown on the can.
Ah, very smart. Do you know what Modelo means? Let me give you a hint.
Mode.
Can you see?
Model.
It means model.
Modelo means model. So model. Listen, I did not take Spanish, so my Spanish is very not good, unfortunately. Cerveza.
Means beer.
Beer model.
Maybe it means it's the model beer of Mexico.
Because the model is the bigger font up front.
Interesting. Okay, sorry, I'm going to go back to number 4, and then I'm going to go to 1.
I can tell you already, and I'm not trying to jump to the final here. I can tell you that so far 3 has been the one that I have differed with the most as far as taste, that I maybe not appreciated as much as the others. But 4, here we go.
I can tell you I was not a fan of number 2. It for some reason it had a very metallic taste to it. It's got a lot more carbonation to it, though.
And I will say this: it's so fun when you do this with a buddy, because you're drinking. Ultimately, you're both drinking the same 4 beers, but what you write down. And when we reveal this later on, we'll know which ones we had that were the same, and we'll be able to see our notes. It's funny when you can take a same beer, you don't know what the beer is, and you compare your notes. Like, it's completely. Some people can say, well, you know, I liked it because of this, or I didn't like it because of that, and it really. That's a good way to get to know a beer, is just mystery, like go in it blind, mystery, and.
You might see me fumbling around over here, but I'm looking for our scale.
Yeah, we have fellow listeners. I'm sure you've heard us talk about it. We have a official Pint Perspective beer.
Yeah, okay.
Scale.
That helps me right there. Yeah, and pretty soon we're going to have... we might get little cards made for when you go to the brewery. You can take those with you.
You know, I really think... and again, returning listeners, you'll notice our T-shirts did come in, and they look fantastic. I think when we do our next season's beer shirts, we should have the official scale, maybe like on the sleeve.
Oh, so then you can look at your body
and say, hey, this beer is well, 10's a little maybe difficult to reach, but this is a 9. This is amazing, or this is a 5. It's mid.
Right.
I like it. Good idea.
All right. So I already know which one is my least favorite.
Yep, me too.
So I'm gonna put a 4 out here on the side.
Another thing that's really crazy to me is I walked in here today. I started this podcast today saying Dos Equis. Out of those 4, Dos Equis, and I haven't really been too familiar with Pacifico, but Dos Equis was my favorite beer. I love a Dos Equis. As a matter of fact, that was in my top 5 favorite beers of all time list. Okay. And
that's right. I forgot about that.
Yeah, and it's crazy because when we rank these, maybe blindly it could be beat by something. And that's the fun part of it, man.
I just had a change in my mind here. I'm moving number 4 to my 3rd spot. And I'm moving I'm down between 1 and 3. So let me polish off number 4. Okay.
Well,
I do feel, what's really interesting? Because I think we both agree we don't like Modelo. And I have my own reasons for it. Primarily when you get a Modelo and you get it in a bottle, I hate that foil around it. Why did they do that?
Yeah, we talked about that the other day. I know how popular Modelo is, and I know a lot of people who drink Modelo. And if I go to a party or a friend's house and they say, hey, I got Modelo, I'm like, if that's all you got, I mean, I'll drink it.
Yeah.
But Modelo, to me, had a taste I wasn't for me, okay? But then, again, to your point, the bottle with that gold foil and stuff,
it puts me it doesn't put me in the right mood to drink it. Now, listen.
Right.
I will drink it. I'm not saying I won't drink it. But I don't like that.
Yeah.
It's silly.
I absolutely get it. Yeah.
It's like opening a bottle of wine. Who wants to go to all that trouble?
I know. Just to have a beer. I mean, just crack it open and I guess professional Modelo drinkers they have like a way of getting that open to where that's not a problem. But for me, I'm always like battling the gold flakes.
Yeah, I don't like that.
Yeah.
If I want tinfoil around my beer, I'll put it on there myself.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. 3-1.
And this is a lot more difficult than you may think sitting at home watching this. This is not easy. And I was... Anyone watching this who is a beer fan, beer drinker, I suggest you try that sometime. Take your top 4, maybe 5 beers, blind rank them, because you may be surprised when you don't know what it is. What you think might be the best. And we dealt with that during our Beer Madness tournament.
I know. That was so much fun.
A few weeks ago.
That was a month ago.
Yeah, time flies.
Month and a half, almost.
Time flies when you drink beer.
That was a month ago.
Mario would have been, yeah, you're right. It would have been March.
Yeah. Okay. I've made up my mind. Have you?
I'm pretty close. Yeah, no. I got my list. I am satisfied with this ranking, and I can't wait to hear the results because I could be blown away.
What if Modelo is number 1? Do we just quit drinking Mexican beers?
No, I think.
Listen, they're all drinkable.
They're
right?
all there. Yeah, I wouldn't.
And the problem is when you're ranking, like you have 4 different beers, and you're trying to differentiate which one it tastes the best. The reality is, if somebody rolled in with a 12-pack of any one of these beers, you would drink them. Yeah, they're all good.
And I will say this.
Yeah.
Again, fellow listeners who have watched the podcast or listened to the podcast, I always bring this up. Mm-hmm. And it's a beer podcast. I mean, this is I would take a Modelo over an IPA.
Not gonna lie, I would too.
And again, you guys know how I roll with the IPA thing, and I've never not tried one. Well, maybe when we go to a brewery, but
Well, I think if
just,
somebody's put that much effort into it, you're visiting their brewery.
and it's a small glass. So give it a try.
Absolutely.
Give it a try, right?
Yeah.
But my results usually the same. But you know what? You never know.
You never know.
You never know. I'm comfortable with my ranking.
Okay.
And
So
I'm excited.
I'm so curious. So, Andrew, tell me what your bottom beer was.
Okay. My least favorite on the top 4 list was my number 3 was my least favorite.
I'm glad you said that. That was a Modelo.
Ah.
Yeah. And what flavor notes? Did you make any flavor notes about it?
I did. I made just very short flavor notes. All I put for number 3 was it had a very darker taste, and it had a little more hit to the aftertaste of it, like when you kind of get it to the back there. Definitely a darker flavor to me. I felt like it had a little more bite to it that I'm not really looking for in a beer.
Interesting. So for my bottom one, I chose number 2. And it had a very metallic taste to it, I thought.
Okay. So your bottom one was number 2. Your bottom ranking on the mystery beer trail here was a Corona.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
That's normally my go-to.
I know. Your Corona was your bottom beer.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Oh, gosh, I don't feel good about that. All right, what was your number 3?
My number 3 was... It was number 4.
Wow. Pacifico.
Mm-hmm.
What were your flavor notes on that?
I put that it had a very good light beer taste to it.
Okay.
It tastes like a good light beer. And again, I'm not saying I wouldn't drink that. It's hard. It's hard when you got 4 to pick from.
Oh, I know.
But it had a good light flavor to it. It didn't really hit you in the back. It didn't have a heavy taste. It was good. But my last 2,
So for my number 3, I chose number 4.
Okay, that was a Dos Equis.
Interesting.
Yep.
So my thought on that was it had a lot of grain taste to it, like barley or whatever grain they're putting in there.
Yeah, that could be interesting because I'm not exactly sure the steps of the brew process to a Dos Equis. I've never really done research on it, so that could be maybe a factor.
Huh. Okay.
So you have your list is Corona and then Dos Equis.
Oh gosh.
We're working bottom from up here.
Oh my gosh.
Bottom to the top.
Oh my gosh. I still have Modelo left.
Oh boy.
So
Okay.
Tell me your number 2.
My number 2 was number 1.
That was Corona.
Oh wow.
And what were your flavor notes on that?
It had a light taste to it as well, but there was a it hit you, and again on the back side of the taste there was a bittery, just a bite to it towards the back.
Huh.
Up front it tasted like a light beer, but there was just something a little bit after you get it back there that threw it towards me. So
Interesting.
what was your number 2?
For me, that was the 3rd one I had.
Oh, okay, that was a Modelo.
Oh, thank goodness. You know what that means.
Now, for both of us, do you know what that means?
We chose Pacifico.
No.
I did.
You sure did. What that means was my number 1 choice was a Dos Equis.
So interesting.
Our 2 favorite, I would say. Would you say is Pacifico your favorite?
It was, and it's so curious because I do, in my mind, I thought this going into this little exercise that I prefer a Pacifico over a Corona. And those are my two go-to beers. I don't drink Modelo, and I rarely have a Dos Equis. And it's not because I don't like Dos Equis. I just not around it enough.
Right.
But if I were to go to the liquor store, the old LC, as they like to call it.
Yes.
I would go to a Corona before anything, but flavor-wise, I always felt like Pacifico was better.
Yeah, I got to be honest with you. I was worried going into this because I love Dos Equis,
and you picked it.
And I was afraid that I would outrank it by something, but my Dos Equis, it did make it to the number one spot. So
interesting. That is so interesting.
It is. Our two favorites made it to our both number one spots.
That's so fun.
And I'm also
all right.
I've said this so long about Modelo that I'm not a fan of it, and it was my last spot. So, wow, that is crazy how that worked.
Okay, so right now, I'm giving us another run. So hopefully you can remember which one was which for yours.
Yep.
Okay. And then we're going to put a little squirt of lime in there. We're probably going to have to get another Dos Equis because we're running a little bit low there.
A little bit low. That we did not, like we said, did not get the Dos Equis in the tall boy option.
Well, we wanted to.
We wanted to.
That's so interesting.
I'm curious what the majority of you guys think on your favorite Mexican beer. It doesn't have to be out of the four we have, just what you think is good. I think Corona with a lime is always a go-to for a lot of people, but maybe it's Modelo. Maybe it's Pacifico. Dos
Maybe
Equis.
it's Tecate.
Tecate. Yeah, we had that on a few episodes ago.
Tecate Light. Oh, wow.
Wow.
We don't have real limes today.
No,
so
we are...
we're using the Great Value lime juice.
Right, yeah.
But I think it will add a nice flavor to it. And
are you re-putting yours in order, or are you just going
I'm
from your
doing
ranking?
it in the same order that I had it. So, because that's where my notes are at.
Okay.
And I'm just curious. Do you want to sneak around there and try to get another Dos Equis?
Yeah, I think we ought to.
I think we're probably going to run out. That Modelo has the darkest color to it. That's really interesting to me. And by the way, Dos Equis are not twist offs. So we're gonna use our fancy gift we got on the brewery tour, the old Miller can opener.
And we knew one day that would
It would come in handy.
come in handy. Most of the beers we drink on a normal basis are twist off, so that's they knew.
Who's your friend you got there?
Yeah, I saw that.
I got him, dude.
Appreciate you. All right, Dos Equis. God, I love it every time.
Can you just put me a little more?
I sure can.
That's good. Thank you.
So you put these in when they originally hit the table.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. Because I wrote down what they were. And I'm going to drink them in reverse order. I'm going to drink the worst one first. And again, I'm not saying that the worst is a bad beer, because I really feel like they were all good.
Yeah, I wasn't really
but I'm
disappointed.
Here's where I'm disappointed. I'm disappointed with myself about missing the Corona. Like, I can't believe that's the bottom of my pile.
I know, and that is the crazy part about ranking.
I totally
beers.
have to rethink my Mexican beer when I'm sitting at the lake this summer.
You do.
Yeah.
You absolutely do.
What has to happen is I have to get Pacifico.
Yeah. Yep, that worked its way to number one. Could you pass me the Pacifico? I'm going to give that a pour here.
Yes, sir.
And refill.
And, by the way, of the cans, which one is the most beautiful can we have?
Definitely Pacifico for sure, without a doubt.
Can/bottle. I do like on the Dos Equis bottle that they have that little Aztec guy in there. That's kind of cool.
Yeah. We can line these back up so maybe viewers could get a little Little sample action. They want to look at the can again. Okay. So,
all right.
Here we go. I'm going to start it off strong with my number one choice, which was a Dos Equis.
Now I'm going to the bottom.
Okay.
Because I want to enjoy the best.
And your bottom was?
Corona.
It's a mind blower.
I don't feel good about that.
But
here's the truth of the matter. When it comes to Corona, like if I'm going to go buy a case of Corona, I typically opt for Corona Light. So.
Yeah, it could be.
That could have something to do with it.
Oh, silly me. I better put some lime juice in that thing. Just give a little.
I think 2 drops is better than 1. Because I only put 1. So I'm going to need a little more.
Little redo that. Okay, so this is my number one choice, Dos Equis, with some lime in there.
By the way, on a nice summer day, and you're having a Mexican lager of your choice, to have a slice of lime added to that beer, man, it's so good.
Absolutely.
So good. And do you know that all of these beer styles, this lager beer, it all came from Europe.
Really?
All these Mexican beers are European beers. That's where the original recipe comes from.
Not Mexico?
No.
Wow.
Yeah. It's pretty crazy, isn't it?
Keep on learning something every day. So, yeah, Dos Equis with the lime is very good.
What I do like about the Corona adding a lime, it does take that metal taste out of that beer. And to be honest, I'm used to drinking Coronas out of a bottle.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that has anything to do with it, but
what would really make this great was just a big old bowl of
nachos.
salsa.
Yeah.
With some chips. Really tie it together.
Let me get our waitress on that. We need some nachos over here.
Salsa. Again, I'm not disappointed with the Dos Equis, even with the lime. Not at all. Back to Modelo with the lime. Again, it's so funny. I was hoping Dos Equis would be my number one and Modelo would be my least favorite, and that's how it turned out. So there's something to be said about your opinion on what you think about a beer.
Huh. Yeah, that's very curious.
Yeah, the Dos Equis, or Modelo with a lime isn't bad. I mean,
no, and I don't think, again, any of them are bad.
I should have put some gold flakes in it for you. That way you can really get the full.
That would really anger me.
Yeah.
That would be like peeing in my Cheerios.
Oh, yeah.
You ever have that done to you?
Nope. No, I don't think so.
Good. Okay, I'm trying the lime with Dos Equis.
Yeah, and I know we discussed it. I'd like to point out to you all again, this isn't really a, I wouldn't say this is so much of a review on the beer itself. I think more of it as a, out of these 4, where would you put them blindly? So I will say, for anyone curious about these beers, if you've never had them, I wouldn't not try them. I think they are all good in their own way. It just depends on what you like in a beer.
Yeah, and I just added an extra drop of lime to the Dos Equis because I'm still getting a lot of that very grainy taste to a Dos Equis, which I'm not.
Interesting that you think that.
Not a big fan of that. I don't. It tastes like Barnyard.
Ah, Barnyard.
Do you ever eat Barnyard?
Can't say that I have.
You know that smell, though.
Yeah. Yeah, but I don't even smell that when I drink it at Dos Equis.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow. Thought the lime would help that a little bit, but really hasn't.
Such a shame. But hey, the cool part is that's the fun part about beer is there's a beer for everyone.
There's a beer for every mouth.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so I'm moving to the Modelos. By the way, that means model.
Model.
Mm-hmm. So I think maybe what they're saying is that is the model beer for Mexico. Like it is top shelf. And I think both of us have found out that's not true.
Yeah, I don't think that is either. But hey, I mean, someone's got to like it, right? Because they sell a lot of it.
Yeah, that really blew up.
Mm-hmm.
Again, for Modelo, I'm not disappointed at all. Adding lime to it only enhances the flavor of it.
Yeah, and I will say this. I mean, going through all four of them again, really close side by side together. I'm still sticking with that. The Dos Equis is my favorite out of the four there.
Interesting.
It has a very good taste. Easy drinking beer taste to me.
I'm glad I put Modelo where I did, especially after putting the lime in it. It's really pretty good.
Popular.
It is pretty good. It does have a bit of a citrusy taste to it before the lime even.
Yeah.
So it only enhances it.
Still blown away by your Corona option being number 4.
Yeah, that hurts.
But hey, if there's really no more honest taste test than this.
Yeah. Yeah, this is an eye-opener for sure.
Because you have no clue going into this, what's happening. And
I am ecstatic that Pacifico
Rose. Feels good, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It makes you feel more confident in yourself on your flavor decisions.
It adds vindication. Mm-hmm. And look at that can, dude. Yeah. Just on the can alone.
Beautiful can.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm happy with my ranking on that. I think that was a very solid rank. And it was it was 4 very solid beer choices that we got to rank with. And to narrow it down how we did, it was super fun.
Yeah, and I believe, I haven't done a lot of research into how they make their beers, but they all have to be made very similarly. Now, they're going to have their own proprietary recipes, but
sure.
They shouldn't be very different from one to another, and I don't think they really are, but there's definitely some flavor differences
Absolutely.
you can pick out.
Absolutely, there is. And they're different. I would say they're different than your traditional light beer. They got that kind of Mexican beer taste to them. But again, they're very good.
Absolutely, Pacifico was the best one I had of all those.
I'm so happy how those lists turned out. And again,
yeah, we should put Pacifico number 1. I guess for the viewers, it would be over here, right?
I suppose.
And Corona went over here.
Not Dos Equis number 1, huh?
No, your opinion doesn't matter.
No. Good to know. It's good to know. But see, I would also swap the Corona and Modelo spot, to be honest with you.
So what if we did it like that? That's probably going to create a problem. I can see.
I suppose so.
Yeah.
No, that's fine. It's beautiful how you have it. Maybe swap the Corona and Modelo, but other than that, solid.
Yeah. Wow. Crazy.
I am curious though. What you guys?
Yeah, it would be interesting. Give us your feedback.
Favorite Mexican beer? Maybe your favorite out of these 4.
Maybe a surprise that we can bring back for the mystery beer on a regular episode.
Yeah, that sounds great.
But do not give us Clamato.
No. Oh my gosh.
That was the worst.
I suppose there's a certain group of people
I believe Satan made that.
Yeah. The Chelatas. Not a great time. Someone's buying them.
Yeah.
Someone's buying them. And
it's not me.
Wow. I suppose if I can just think of so many things I would drink before I get to a chilada.
Yeah.
A lot of things I normally don't drink, I would drink before I get to a chilada. That is just not a good. I would like to know, again, chilada fans, when do you drink that? When is the occasion to drink that? Why do you enjoy drinking that? And
Well, here's what I will say. I'm not a big fan of tomatoes. So I don't like tomato juice. So I'm biased right up front. And if you really enjoy tomato juice, and maybe I can see why you would like that with a beer.
yeah,
But I can't do it.
I do love tomatoes. To be honest with you, I love tomatoes on everything. But I will say, you do not put that with a beer. That is like just some goober stuff that shouldn't be happening. But again, if you do like chiladas, at least you're partaking in maybe a little bit of the beer action.
Look at me.
He's going back for around 35 of the Pacifico.
I love Pacifico.
Well, ladies and gentlemen and viewers of the Pint Perspective podcast, thank you for checking this out. It was fun.
Yeah.
Little Cinco de Mayo special here.
Absolutely.
Really fun. Again, comment what your guys' thoughts are on Mexican beers. What your guys' thoughts are on your favorite out of the four. Maybe recommendations that we should try.
Yeah. We
And if you
have
like
tried
chiladas.
We have tried Tecate.
Don't recommend us chiladas.
Yeah. A beer should never have tomatoes or oyster juice in it.
No.
Save that for your soup.
Save it for your soup. All right, B-Ray. This was fun. I like this. This was a good time.
I did too. Cheers.
Cheers to everyone. Thank you.